Are you prepared to tackle the toughest Agile interview questions and land your dream job in tech? Most candidates can define a sprint, but very few can explain the why behind Agile values under pressure. In this video, we will cover Agile interview questions and answers, ultimate guide to Agile methodology interviews. Prepare for your next job interview with these comprehensive Agile interview questions and answers. In this video, we dive deep into 30 essential Agile interview questions that cover everything from Scrum and Kanban to lean and scaled Agile frameworks. Make sure to grab a notebook, and let's see how many you can get right. Which of the following is one of the 4 core values of the Agile Manifesto? Option A. Following a rigid plan over responding to change. Option B. Processes and tools over individuals and interactions. Option C. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Option D. Comprehensive documentation over working software. The correct answer is C. The Agile Manifesto specifically prioritizes customer collaboration over contract negotiation. This value emphasizes that while contracts are necessary, working closely with the customer to ensure the product meets their needs is more vital for project success. Agile teams prefer ongoing dialogue and partnership rather than relying solely on a fixed legal document that might not account for changing requirements during the development process. In Scrum, who is responsible for managing the product backlog? Option A. The Scrum Master. Option B. The Product Owner. Option C. The Development Team. Option D. The Project Manager. The correct answer is B. The Product Owner is the sole person responsible for managing the product backlog. This involves clearly expressing backlog items, ordering items to achieve goals and missions, and ensuring that the product backlog is visible, transparent, and clear to all. While the development team may help with refinement, the accountability for the value of the work produced rests with the product owner. What is the primary measure of progress in an Agile project? Option A. The number of hours worked by the team. Option B. The completion of the project documentation. Option C. Working software. Option D. Adherence to the initial project schedule. The correct answer is C. According to the 7th principle of the Agile Manifesto, working software is the primary measure of progress. Unlike traditional waterfall methods that measure progress by milestones or documentation phases, Agile focuses on delivering functional, valuable software to the customer as early and as frequently as possible. What is the maximum duration for a daily Scrum, daily stand-up meeting? Option A. 30 minutes. Option B. 10 minutes. Option C. 15 minutes. Option D. As long as needed. The correct answer is C. The daily Scrum is a time-boxed event of 15 minutes for the developers of the Scrum team. Its purpose is to inspect progress toward the sprint goal and adapt the sprint backlog as necessary. Keeping it short ensures the meeting remains focused and doesn't devolve into deep technical discussions or status reporting for stakeholders. What is the primary purpose of using WIP limits in Kanban? Option A. To ensure everyone is working as hard as possible. Option B. To prevent bottlenecks and optimize flow. Option C. To set a maximum number of employees on a team. Option D. To define the deadline for the project. The correct answer is B. Work in progress. WIP. Limits are used in Kanban to limit the amount of work in a specific state at any given time. By restricting WIP, teams can identify bottlenecks in their process more easily, reduce the time it takes for a task to move through the system, cycle time, and ensure that the team finishes current work before starting new work. Which role is responsible for removing impediments that hinder the Scrum team's progress? Option A. The product owner. Option B. The stakeholders. Option C. The Scrum Master. Option D. The external manager. The correct answer is C. The Scrum Master serves the Scrum team by causing the removal of impediments to the team's progress. These impediments could be anything from technical hurdles to organizational bureaucracy. By clearing these blocks, the Scrum Master allows the development team to focus on delivering the sprint goal effectively. What is the definition of done, DoD? Option A. A list of features the customer wants. Option B. A checklist of quality criteria that a product increment must meet. Option C. The date when the project is scheduled to end. Option D. The Scrum Master's personal review checklist. The correct answer is B. The definition of done is a formal description of the state of the increment when it meets the quality measures required for the product. It provides a shared understanding of what work was completed. If a product backlog item does not meet the definition of done, it cannot be released or even presented at the sprint review. During which Scrum event is the sprint goal created? Option A. Sprint review. Option B. Sprint retrospective. Option C. Sprint planning. Option D. Daily Scrum. The correct answer is C. The sprint goal is created during the sprint planning event. It is a single objective for the sprint that provides guidance to the developers on why they are building the increment. It must be finalized before the end of sprint planning to ensure the team has a clear focus for the upcoming iteration. Why do Agile teams use story points instead of hours for estimation? Option A. Because hours are too easy to track. Option B. To account for complexity, effort, and uncertainty. Option C. Because the product owner isn't allowed to see hour estimates. Option D. Story points are a requirement of the Scrum Guide. The correct answer is B. Story points are a relative measure of size. They allow teams to estimate based on the complexity, amount of work, and inherent risk or uncertainty of a task, rather than just the time it takes. This is often more accurate because different developers work at different speeds. But the size of the task remains the same regardless of who does it. A team is constantly failing to meet their sprint commitment. What is the best course of action for the Scrum Master? Option A. Extend the sprint duration so they can finish. Option B. Tell the team they must work overtime. Option C. Facilitate a discussion during the retrospective to find the root cause. Option D. Remove items from the product backlog without telling the product owner. The correct answer is C. The sprint retrospective is specifically designed for the Scrum team to inspect itself and create a plan for improvements. The Scrum Master's role is to facilitate this and help the team identify why they are overcommitting or facing blockers. Changing the sprint length or forcing overtime goes against Agile principles of sustainable pace. and empirical process control. Who is required to attend the sprint retrospective? Option A. Only the developers and the Scrum Master. Option B. Only the Scrum Master and the product owner. Option C. The entire Scrum team. Developers, Scrum Master, PO. Option D. The Scrum team and the stakeholders. The correct answer is C. The sprint retrospective involves the full Scrum team, the product owner, the Scrum Master, and the developers. This allows the team to reflect on their collaboration, processes, and tools from multiple perspectives. Stakeholders are generally excluded to ensure the team can speak openly and honestly about internal issues. Which chart shows the amount of work remaining in a sprint? Option A, burn up chart. Option B, burn down chart. Option C, Gantt chart. Option D, control chart. The correct answer is B. A burn down chart tracks the remaining work, usually in story points or hours, against the time left in the sprint. It helps the team visualize if they are on track to complete all committed items. A burn-up chart, conversely, shows the total work completed and the total scope of the project. If the product owner is not available for the sprint planning, what should the team do? Option A. Proceed with the planning using the current product backlog. Option B. Cancel the sprint and wait for the product owner. Option C. The Scrum Master acts as the product owner. Option D. Let the stakeholders take the product owner's place. The correct answer is A. While the product owner's absence is not ideal, the sprint must still happen. The Scrum team should use the existing, ordered product backlog to plan the sprint. The Scrum Master should work to ensure the product owner's availability in the future. But the flow of work should not stop entirely. What is the concept of minimum viable product (MVP)? Option A. A product with the most features possible. Option B. A version of a new product which allows a team to collect the maximum amount of validated learning with the least effort. Option C. A prototype that is meant to be thrown away after one use. Option D. The final version of the software delivered to the customer. The correct answer is B. The MVP is a strategy used to quickly test a business hypothesis. By delivering a version of the product with just enough features to satisfy early customers and provide feedback for future development, teams avoid building features that customers don't actually want. What happens to unfinished sprint backlog items at the end of a sprint? Option A. They are automatically moved to the next sprint. Option B. They are deleted. Option C. They return to the product backlog for re-evaluation. Option D. They are marked as done if they are 80% complete. The correct answer is C. Unfinished items do not automatically roll over. They go back to the product backlog. The product owner must then decide if they are still a priority. If they are, they may be selected for the next sprint during the next planning session. This maintains the integrity of the sprint's time box and the definition of done. What is test-driven development, TDD? Option A. A testing phase that occurs at the end of the project. Option B. Writing tests after the code is fully developed. Option C. Writing a failing test before writing the code to make the test pass. Option D. Manual testing performed by the product owner. The correct answer is C. TDD is an engineering practice where you write a small, failing automated test first, then write the minimum amount of code to make that test pass, and finally refactor the code. This ensures high code quality and that the code meets the requirements from the start. Who has the authority to cancel a sprint? Option A, the Scrum Master. Option B, the development team. Option C, the product owner. Option D, the CEO. The correct answer is C. Only the product owner has the authority to cancel a sprint. This usually only happens if the sprint goal becomes obsolete due to a major shift in business direction or technology. It is a rare and disruptive event. What is the meaning of servant leadership in the context of a Scrum Master? Option A, the Scrum Master does all the administrative work for the team. Option B, the Scrum Master leads by serving the needs of the team and removing obstacles. Option C, the Scrum Master takes orders from the development team. Option D, the Scrum Master is the boss of the team. The correct answer is B. A servant leader focuses on the growth and well-being of the team members and the communities to which they belong. In Scrum, this means the Scrum Master facilitates rather than commands, helping the team become self-managing and high-performing by serving their needs. What is refinement or grooming in Scrum? Option A, a mandatory Scrum ceremony that lasts 4 hours. Option B, the act of adding detail, estimates, and order to items in the product backlog. Option C, a meeting to fix bugs found during the sprint. Option D, the process of writing documentation for the users. The correct answer is B. Product backlog refinement is the act of breaking down and further defining product backlog items into smaller, more precise items. It is an ongoing activity to ensure the backlog is ready for the next sprint. Planning. While not a formal event in the Scrum Guide, it is a critical activity. Which of the following aligns with the Agile principle of sustainable development? Option A, teams should work as many hours as needed to finish the project. Option B, the sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. Option C, development should be sustained by constant management pressure. Option D, Agile projects do not have deadlines. The correct answer is B. The Agile Manifesto states, Agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. This prevents burnout and ensures long-term quality and productivity. What are the 3 pillars of empirical process control? Option A, planning, execution, monitoring. Option B, transparency, inspection, adaptation. Option C, individuals, interactions, working software. Option D, commitment, courage, focus. The correct answer is B. Scrum is founded on empiricism, which asserts that knowledge comes from experience and making decisions based on what is observed. Transparency, inspection, and adaptation are the 3 pillars that support every implementation of empirical process control. What is an information radiator in Agile? Option A, a highly technical server room. Option B, A visible display that shows the team's progress and status to anyone passing by. Option C. A weekly email report sent to management. Option D. A database of all project documentation. The correct answer is B. Information radiators, such as Scrum boards, Kanban boards, or burn-down charts, are placed in highly visible areas. They allow anyone, stakeholders, team members, to see the current status of the work immediately without having to ask for a report. Who decides how many product backlog items are selected for a sprint? Option A. The product owner. Option B. The Scrum Master. Option C. The development team. Option D. The stakeholders. The correct answer is C. The Scrum Guide states that the developers, development team, select the number of items from the product backlog to include in the sprint. Only the developers can assess what they can accomplish over the upcoming sprint based on their past performance and capacity. What is the recommended size for a Scrum team? Option A. Exactly 10 people. Option B. Typically 10 or fewer people. Option C. As many as the project requires. Option D. No more than 5 people. The correct answer is B. The Scrum Guide recommends that a Scrum team be small enough to remain nimble and large enough to complete significant work within a sprint. Typically 10 or fewer people. Smaller teams communicate better and are more productive. What is the primary benefit of pair programming? Option A. It doubles the speed of coding. Option B. It reduces the need for testers. Option C. It improves code quality and facilitates knowledge sharing. Option D. It allows one developer to take a break while the other works. The correct answer is C. Pair programming involves two developers working at one workstation. While it might seem slower, it leads to fewer bugs, higher quality, and ensures that knowledge of the codebase is spread across the team, reducing the risk of a single point of failure if one person leaves. During a sprint, a stakeholder asks the development team to add a small, urgent feature. What should the team do? Option A. Add it immediately since it's small. Option B. Ask the Scrum Master to decide. Option C. Refer the stakeholder to the product owner. Option D. Wait until the daily Scrum to discuss it. The correct answer is C. The product owner is responsible for the product backlog and its priorities. Any new requests or changes to scope must go through the product owner. This prevents scope creep and ensures the development team stays focused on the sprint goal. What is the outcome of a sprint review? Option A. A performance appraisal for the developers. Option B. A revised product backlog and feedback on the increment. Option C. A list of things the team did wrong. Option D. A finalized project plan for the next 6 months. The correct answer is B. The sprint review is an informal session where the Scrum team and stakeholders collaborate on what was done in the sprint. The result is a revised product backlog that defines the probable product backlog items for the next sprint. Agile teams prefer self-organization. What does a self-organizing team choose? Option A. They choose who their manager is. Option B. They choose how best to accomplish their work. rather than being directed by others. Option C. They choose their own salaries and bonuses. Option D. They choose which projects they want to work on. The correct answer is B. Self-organizing or self-managing. Teams are a core concept in Agile. It means the team members themselves decide how to turn product backlog items into working increments of software. They don't wait for a project manager to assign specific tasks to individuals. What is planning poker? Option A. A game played during breaks to build team morale. Option B. A consensus-based technique for estimating the relative size of user stories. Option C. A way to decide who will be the next Scrum Master. Option D. A method for determining project budget. The correct answer is B. Planning poker is a common Agile estimation technique. Team members use cards with numbers, often Fibonacci sequence, to vote on the size of a story. It encourages discussion when there are outliers and ensures that the entire team contributes to the estimate. How often should an Agile team reflect on how to become more effective? Option A. At the end of every year. Option B. Only when a project fails. Option C. At regular intervals, e.g., at the end of every sprint. Option D. Whenever the manager suggests it. The correct answer is C. The 12th Agile principle states, at regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. In Scrum, this happens every sprint during the retrospective. That wraps up our 30 essential Agile interview questions. How did you do? Remember, Agile is as much about the mindset as it is about the framework. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more career-focused content. For a full practice exam and more in-depth preparation, check out the link in the description below.